Hello everybody, it is All Night, and it is Brony time, and welcome back to Let's Play Spirit of Justice. Now, when we last left off, we arrived in the kingdom of Kurain. We met, Albi, I think his name was? Well, let me see. Albi Orgade? Orgade, he is 9 years old. The victim, Pat Roll, was 32 years old. He guarded the treasure room, and Payne is now 56. Interesting, okay. Yes, so when we last thought we did, and Albie got accused of murder, and apparently this land, defense attorneys are, I think, illegal, or they don't believe in them for whatever reason. They're talking about them twisting the truth, so I figured there's something behind the distrust of defense attorneys. But we will see what happens. The princess is kind of a bitch. Pretty much kind of a dictator. I mean, they have guns. Like, they threatened to, like, kill people who would step out of line, and they were beating the crap out of the revolutionaries at the beginning. So I'm guessing this is kind of a dictatorship. But anyway, yeah, we're sitting here, we're supposed to ask some questions. But, I think we should ask about the weapon, like, what was used? Mr. Payne, what was the murder weapon? The murder weapon was the treasure box itself. Empty treasure box left at the scene had a large blood stain on it. How utterly reprehensible using the sacred treasure box for murder. The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure. He climbed the altar stairs and snatched the box, ready to abscond with it. But he was discovered by Mr. Roll, who had come to the room in the course of his rounds. After walloping Mr. Roll on the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the bloody housing open and made off with the treasure inside. But the defendant is just a little boy. I hardly think he would be able to hit the victim, a grown man, on the head. Ah, a very good point, Mr. Wright. But I'm afraid that won't help you. At the time of the crime, the accused was on the stairs leading up to the altar. The accused's elevated position would be more than make up for the difference in stature. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Ha ha ha! Mr. Payne, your reasoning is flawless. What an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor. Your title is obviously well earned. Well, the accused's guilt is certainly conclusive. Unless there is anything else, I'm ready to announce my verdict. Very well, in that case you find the accused. Just one moment, Your Majesty. Don't you think you're rushing the verdict just a little bit? I told you I have plans to attend to, and you're a fucking judge. This is your job. Ah, I'm late. It's already started. How did the time fly by so fast? He's still stuck on that? We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its rights to cross-examine the defendant. I don't think that right exists in this country. Huh? Did I say something funny? Cross-examine the... What do you mean by that? What? What do you mean, what do I mean? I seem to have some dim recollection of the process, but can't quite recall. And little wonder, a so-called defendant hasn't been questioned in over 20 years. Should I even be surprised anymore? Anyway, I demand we let the defendant, or the accused, tell his side of the story. Is that really necessary? Of course it's necessary, Your Majesty. What harm could it do? I say we allow the boy to speak, Your Majesty, though I doubt he'll have anything of relevance to say. Oh, how kind of you, Your Royal Paynness. Very well, as long as it's okay with you, Mr. Payne. I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyway. In that case, the prosecution calls the accused back to the witness stand. Oh, but before I do, I better call my wife and apologize for missing that class. Any objections? Go for it, Your Majesty. Accused, state your name and occupation again, if you would. I'll be her guide. I'm in training to be a monk, and I'm a tour guide too. Why me? Now where were we? Cross-examining the defendant, your majesty. Right. Let's do that then. At the defense attorney's insistence, I might add. Sounds a little dispirited. His wife must have given him a piece of her mind. Well, the defense had better get to it, and make it quick, if you please. The defense. Mr. Wright, I didn't know you were a lawyer. Well, I am, and I'm here to defend you, Albie. Don't worry. All you have to do is tell the truth. You'll be alright. You tricked me! What? If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour. Give back the document I gave you yesterday. Albie, what's gotten into you? Don't talk to me, you disgust me. Now even Albie's against me. But why? This must be a new experience for you, Mr. Wright. Being loathed by a client. Now then, accused, please give the court your testimony. The incident occurred around noon. Well, he's probably been raised to hate defense attorneys, so... In the break between the morning and afternoon dances of devotion. I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time. Alright. Dang. The accused account. I didn't kill Mr. Roll, and I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I've never even seen that treasure box with the green Kurani's butterfly on it. When the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour route. Were you well acquainted with the victim? Yes. He used to chat with me whenever we ran into each other in the temple. Mr. Roll was a monk in training when he was a kid too, you know? But Albie looked up to him. But he had to give that up and go to work when his family needed money. That's why he became a guard, but at least that way, he could still stay on at the temple. He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's rite. The victim's parents apparently both died relatively young, so Mr. Roll had to support his younger brothers and sisters as well. But even with his job as a security guard, I'm sure things couldn't have been easy for him. Sounds like his circumstance and Albie's were very similar. Mr. Roll encouraged me to never give up. Albie, you train hard to make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he'd say. He was always cheering me on in my training and in my tour guide business too. Why in the world would I kill a nice man like that? Yes, I see. You expressed yourself well. Defense, now that you've heard the accused account, are you finally satisfied? If so, let's draw this to an expeditious conclusion. But your majesty, I haven't yet to cross-examine the defendant yet. That wasn't the end of it. It's been so long, I don't really recall what this cross-examining thing is all about. A judge who doesn't know what a cross-examination is. What fresh hell is this? I really do wish I could remember how it works. Should I give the judge a refresher on cross-examination? Not necessary. I've already played this game, I know. I better save my breath. The judge doesn't exactly seem like a model student. I'll just have to watch and see how it's done. Yes, please. Can we just keep going? I didn't... Okay. Oh, buddy. Buddy. Dude, it is on there. You just fucked yourself here.
Objection!
Dude. Oh, Albie, why would you lie to me? So you say you never laid eyes on the treasure box. Is that right? That's right. It's forbidden, so I'd never do that. In that case, how did you know there was a green butterfly on it? Huh? Because I saw a picture of it in that newspaper article. Nope. Take another look. These photos are in black and white. You can possibly tell what color the butterfly is from these pictures. Ha! Hold on. His bag. Did it just move? Polkuka! I beg your pardon? Polkuka is a word of Kiranese that people use when they're surprised. You just exposed a lie. So this is the power of a cross-examination, is it? I should be the one shocked here by your shocking lack of understanding. But just a moment. If the accused was lying, that just makes him more suspicious than ever. And this just makes things worse for me than ever. Albie, are you hiding something? Please give only true statements. I can't help you if you don't tell the truth. Darn, I just can't seem to get him to open up to me. So, accused, you have seen the treasure box with your own eyes after all, haven't you? Well, maybe I did take a peek one time a long time ago when I was cleaning the treasure room. But you weren't in the treasure room at the time of the incident, right? Of course I wasn't. That is a lie. You were most definitely inside the treasure room on the day of the incident. And I have proof. It does? This was found on the floor of the treasure room. It's a scroll entitled Notice and contains a list of temple monk duties. These instructions pertain to the day of the incident. And what exactly is that supposed to prove? The accused's fingerprints were found on the scroll. What? Oh no! Where is it? It's not here. I must have dropped it somewhere. Indeed, you must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim. No, then that means Albie was there on the day of the incident? Ha ha ha! So this is the power of cross-examination. The more the accused talks, the guiltier he paints himself. Yes, it would seem so, Your Majesty. He vindicated my argument and had evidence ready to refute it. How is any of that supposed to help the accused? See? I told you can't trust lawyers and their lies. It's already said the kid's guilty. Just declare him guilty and get it over with. No, everything's going all wrong. Shandor, what do I do? As I suspected, this cross-examination session serves no purpose whatsoever. No, you're wrong. But armed as we are with a benevolence insight, there's no reason to doubt his guilt. And I guess I'll just have to poke holes in this insight of hers. By the way, this didn't prove to be very interesting at all, Mr. Payne. Nevertheless, I will now finally announce my verdict. Wait just one moment, Your Majesty. I haven't seen this divination seance for myself yet. As a defense, I have the right to check it. Is that really necessary? I have to get home and apologize to my wife. Guess she really did give him the business. Your Majesty, I enthusiastically support having Mr. Wright see the seance. You do? And why is that, Mr. Payne? Don't you want to see it? See the lawyers being utterly crushed by the power of the seance? Beg for mercy. Well now, I'm sure it'll make up for not getting to go to the class with your wife. It certainly does sound worth seeing. It'd give me a juicy tidbit to tell the missus. Ha ha ha! I've been reduced to a juicy tidbit? Well, for an interloper, I imagine you do have to see it for yourself to be convinced. Certainly unprecedented, but let's have the divination seance performed again. But then, right after that tearful beginning, I really do have to be going. Only tearful begging is going to come for the prosecution when we're through. Hehehe, how pitiful the defense looks, still scrambling desperately for a foothold. blissfully unaware that defeat and despair are all that await him. There she is, her benevolence. Your benevolence, Raphael Padma Kurai. Thank you for coming all this way once again. Your gratitude is unnecessary. This is simply my duty. Barb-headed attorney. Yes? I am told you question the veracity of the sacred divination seance. It would seem the depths of your irreverence and blasphemy are lost on you. I'm just a foreigner, ignorant in the ways and customs of this country. Apologies in advance for anything rude I might say or do, your benevolence. All I want is a fair trial for all. You would imply that the trials of this country are unfair. Do explain, outsider. How verdicts founded on truths imparted by the very souls of the dead lack impartiality. What's fair about trials with no defense and no chance for the accused to tell their story? How dare you speak to benevolence in that manner? Did you hear that? Did you hear how he talked? Benevolence? Does he know about anything? Ignorant outsider. To be punished. Yikes. Looks like I really stuck my foot in it this time. Punish him! Punish him! Punish him! Punish him! Silence, one and all! Is she standing up for me? No. Be not disquieted, my people. He merely expresses his opinion. Well, looks like her benevolence is going to be more reasonable than I thought. Attorneys are ghastly creatures, with souls stained black by brazen untruths. The words of a lowly worm such as that are not worth troubling yourselves over. Alright, I take that back. None of his prattling can sway the truth of my insights. Rest assured, he will soon see the error of his foolish ways. Now then, your benevolence, the divination seance, if you would. Certainly. Nina, my robe.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name.
And voice acting randomly.
Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Interesting. Wow, they are really flexing this. Guess we're seeing the full dance now. What just happened? An image appeared in the pool. A final message from the victim's soul. The last communication of his mita. Divination seance has revealed this to us. How benevolence can use the power of spirit communion to protect the victim's memories in the last few moments before their demise. So we saw in the pool is what Mr. Roll actually experienced. In the victim's memories, we see the accused raising a weapon over his head. This is consistent with the findings of the police investigation. There has to be some kind of mistake. I didn't do it! This looks bad for all. Really? Really bad. Now do you see why I'm the incredible pain? More than I can express. But even if those really are the victim's last memories, what can I do with them? There it is! There's the face of a man being utterly crushed. Oh, how long I've waited to see it. Isn't it wonderfully gratifying, Your Majesty? Oh yes, very satisfying indeed. I have finally convinced Traveler the accused is most assuredly guilty. Am I really the only unbiased one here? Now then, I think we've been amused enough. If you give up now, I won't even invoke the Defense Culpability Act against you. You'll be free to slink back to your own country with your tail between your legs. The Defense Culpability Act? What's that? What? You mean you honestly don't know? No. What's with all the hubbub? Well, well. Not only is he a lying, black-hearted lawyer, he's also an imbecile. Your Majesty, I think you'd better explain to the Defense Culpability Act to him. Yes, I bet so. The Defense Culpability Act, or DC Act for short, is as follows. In every estimate, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In other words, if you help the accused by defending him and he is found guilty, you will receive the same sentence as he. What? What kind of insane law is that? Under the DC Act, many an attorney has been convicted and met with a grim fate. Some went to prison, others received the death penalty. That's why there are so few in our country today who admit to being an attorney. That's as it should be. The history of our courts proves that. Attorneys are black-souled creatures who will tell any lie to save the accused. Thus, attorneys deserve to be exterminated. Exterminate! Annihilate! I've never felt so much hostility come at me from so many sides. What could have happened to make everyone feel this way? Heh. Heh. You fell right into my trap, Phoenix, right? Your win streak against me and my brother ends today. With the seance of the DC Act on my side, I'll finally get my revenge. So that's why I was so eager to have me defend Albie. Chased out and humiliated back home, fate brought me to the foothills of Kudain. I think my lucky stars that I'm chief prosecutor here now. Defense, know that if I rule that the accused is guilty, you will go to prison too. That explains Albie's reaction earlier. Your Majesty, isn't a prison sentence a bit lenient? After all, we're talking about treason. One should pay for such a crime with one's life. Yes. Maybe the death penalty might be appropriate under these circumstances. The death penalty? No way. You're kidding, right? Magistrate? Do I look like I'm kidding? I'll have you put your life and your dark-tainted soul on the line here. Death. This can't be happening. The courts of resignation. Our courts are well known as thus. In this land where my seances provide the truth and no attorneys can intervene, criminals know that all they can do is resign themselves to their fate. Oh, foreign lawyer, I ask you once more. Are you sure you still want to defend the accused? There's Maya to think of in all this, too. I can't just lay down my life. What in the world should I do? We gotta continue. Isn't this why I became a lawyer in the first place? To help those with no one on their side. Can't just abandon everything I believe in. All I can do now is stand firm and fight. Well, don't hold back your tears. Count Phoenix, right? Admit your defeat and grovel before me, the chief prosecutor for your life! Even if it means being subject to the Defense Culpability Act, I will defend Albie. What? But Mr. Wright! The defendant insists he's innocent. Not even a divination chance should be accepted without examination. If I'm found guilty of the death penalty too, even knowing that, you still want to defend me. I don't know what happened in the past, but it looks like everyone in this country considers lawyers to be liars. So I can understand if you don't believe me. But I still believe in you and your innocence. So all I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That's all there is to it. Barb-headed attorney, you continue to amuse me. Though your barbed jabs are proving to be more than mere jokes. Your benevolence. Believe me when I say that this attorney will knock your insides out. Insolent, disrespectful attorney. I'll have plenty of time to regret your folly in the Twilight Realm. Not a wise move, traveler. Not wise at all. You should have taken the chance I offered to save your life. But you have made your choice. The Defense Culpability Act will be applied to this case. And with this verdict, you'll most soon be parting with your head. The souls of the departed speak only the truth, and I but give their messages a voice. If you think my insights contain falsehood, I challenge you to prove it! Okie dokie, folks. Jesus Christ. That's dark, man. We could be put to death if we don't win this case. What the hell happened here? Like, holy shit. Whatever it is, it obviously led this country to defend into a dictatorship, because that's basically what this is. Like, you're guilty as soon as you walk in the courtroom, like... Holy shit. I'm blown away, but... We're going to win this case, I know, and I feel like whatever we do might spark this revolution. Like, it really might spark this revolution against the country. Especially after it's revealed that maybe that defense attorney never lied in the first place. Maybe this is all just made up to hold power. It's completely possible. But yeah, I'm going to end it right here just because I don't want to get halfway into a seance and then not complete it. And we were almost at time anyway, so I was like, let's just end it here. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to any time for more content, especially more Spirit of Justice. Also, please make sure to share this video far and wide, a new series, get many eyes on it as possible. And I will see you all in the next one.